Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lucifer Librarian YouTube channel, where I talk about all things libraries. I built a small following on TikTok explaining the situation in Front Royal, Virginia with Samuel's Public Library, and I intend to start making longer videos here on the subject. A little about me. I am from Front Royal, Virginia. I'm a library assistant. I am queer, so this situation was very personal to me. With all that being said, all of the statements and opinions on here are my own. I don't speak for any employer, organization, association, anything like that. Okay? Let's get started. We're going to throw it all the way back to May of 2023. A group of individuals in Front Royal threw a beer, babysitting, and books event at a local park. Doesn't that sound fun? At this event, the group filled out many requests for reconsideration to submit to Samuel's Public Library. Mostly about books they hadn't read in entirety or at all, and mostly about books targeting LGBTQ and Black, Indigenous, and people of color authors or characters. 53 people participated and submitted these forms. 590 forms were submitted, totaling about 139 books being challenged. A sitting member of the Warren County Board of Supervisors, Jay Butler, submitted a couple requests for reconsideration himself on behalf of the Warren County Board of Supervisors, without contacting any of the other members, including Cheryl Cullors, who has been a supporter of the library through this whole process. Anything I say about the Board of Supervisors is not directed at her. She has been the only voice of reason throughout this entire 2-year process. The other night, Tuesday, January 21st, it's been a long week. There's a lot going on, and I hate it. The Warren County Board of Supervisors appointed 5 people to a newly created Warren County Library Board. That was passed back in December of 2024. Even though 90-ish out of 116 people said no or table it at a public hearing. I was one of those people. I'm not very happy. One of the appointed 5 people is Supervisor Vicki Cook, whose term is coming to an end this year, and she's not seeking re-election. However, she will still be able to stay on this board for a 3-year term. She was also at the books, beer, babysitting event, whatever they called it. 2 of the citizens who were named to this board either submitted forms themselves or a family to those who submitted forms. Every form submitted said something about the dangers of forcing the gay or lesbian lifestyle on kids, or that they were worried about the proliferation of same-sex relationships. Sit with that for a minute, because this is what I'm about to tell you. This new board was pitched to be about financial responsibility and taxpayer oversight. And let me tell you, the way that the library is currently run already has taxpayer oversight. They already have to submit a budget yearly to the Board of Supervisors. They are not a county entity. They are a private nonprofit that functions as a public library, and they have had a private-public partnership with the county for many, many, many years. So, Board of Supervisors already approves their budget. So I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, this is just throwing darts at a wall here, it's not actually about the budget or financial responsibility. And it really is about the LGBTQ plus community, the BIPOC community, and the hatred that a small group of religious extremists have for them. And I want to reiterate that it is a small group of religious extremists from a very small contingent of the Catholic Church in Front Royal, a very extreme contingent of that church. There has been a large group of people of various faiths that have come out against these book bans and the new boards, including many from that same church. So don't come in my comments and say, we should ban the Bible or anything like that. I know you want to do it to prove a point. I know that. But I'm asking you not to. We don't want censorship, and that includes religious texts. And if you'd like more explanation on why I feel that way, I'll point you to Kelly Jensen's Blue Sky account. She gives lovely explanations of that and also gives many other ways to get involved to fight censorship, which I'll show you a little later. But back to the main show for right now. So this new board that they want to create and are actively creating, according to FOIA documents, this new library board does not need to adhere to any policies and standards set forth by the American Library Association. So the Library Bill of Rights and the Freedom to Read statement can be wholly ignored. Anyway, let me talk to you a little bit about the books, some of the books. There's a whole list of them. You can find a list on savesamuelslibrary.com, org. I'll look at that. I can't remember. Some of them are And Tango Makes Three. Choose a new book, guys. It's been years. But that is about the true story of two male penguins who adopted a baby penguin at a zoo. And that makes them mad because there's two dads. There's a book called Bathe the Cat. Again, just fun little children's book. Two dads. Nothing explicit, nothing obscene. Drama, the graphic novel by Raina Telgemeier, banned in all sorts of places. School libraries, public libraries, because there's, I believe, a same-sex kiss and just like a crush. And it's aimed at middle grade, so, your upper elementary, lower middle school. My Maddie, which is like a gender expression kind of book, and Prince and Knight, which is your basic fairy tale, but with a prince and knight who are both male. So these are all harmless children's books. Most, like I said, just show a same-sex parent or a fairy tale style book of a prince and knight falling in love. There is nothing obscene in these books. There is no porn, because that was another sticking point, is there's porn in the library. There's not porn in the library. It's illegal to have porn in the library. And there is a legal definition of porn, and a same-sex relationship does not meet that. They are no different than many of the classic Disney films and fairy tales that you know and love. They just show a same-sex relationship. So, all of this to say, please be aware of what is going on in your local areas in terms of libraries and censorship. Even if you think you live in the most progressive place, send an email to your board stating your support for the library. This can happen anywhere. It's happening in Virginia, Utah, Michigan, Idaho, everywhere. And do not make it about red versus blue. Virginia is a fairly purple state, and Front Royal is a very red area. But the people there deserve their library, and there are many people on the ground fighting for it. And there are children there that don't deserve to be left behind because, oh, well, it's a red place. We're not going to do that either, okay? Censorship is censorship. I encourage everyone to check out this article by Kelly Jensen, mentioned earlier. In it, she gives some fabulous tips and ways to proactively fight book censorship. I'll put the link in the video description. It's from Book Riot, and it's 56 small tasks to be proactive against book censorship in 2025. So please give that a read. And I'll just end with this. Sign up for your library card if you haven't already. Support your library. And if you feel like you can swing an extra few bucks, donate to Samuel's Public Library at samuelslibrary.net. Help them fight this. Thanks.